Unless you've been living under a rock for the past 2 months, you've probably heard of Smurf Cat, a blue, mushroom-headed creature which went viral on TikTok and other social media apps. But what is the Smurf Cat meme? And where did it come from? And more importantly, what is the dark truth behind this seemingly innocent meme?
The Smurf Cat meme started in August 2023 when a TikTok user named GoGem1 posted a photo slideshow of a blue creature carrying a snail on a stick. The creature looked like a cross between a Smurf and a cat, and it was accompanied by the word Shai, a gibberish word in Russian. The slideshow was set to the song Keep Their Heads Ringing by Dr. Dre, and it quickly went viral, gaining over 900,000 views and 150,000 likes in 5 days. The next day, GoGem1 posted another slideshow of the same creature, but this time with different colors and meme templates. The slideshow was now set to a remix of the song The Spectre by Alan Walker, which featured the lyrics "We live, we love, we lie," which everybody knows today. This became the signature sound of the Smurf Cat meme, and it spawned countless imitations and variations. But where did GoGem1 get the image of the Smurf Cat? Well, it turns out that the original image was created by an artist named Nate Hallinan in 2014. Hallinan is a concept artist who specializes in creating realistic versions of fantasy creatures. He posted his artwork titled Smurf Sightning on his website and social media accounts, explaining that he imagined what Smurfs would look like if they were real animals. He wrote, "Smurfs are believed to be hunter-gatherer society. As you can see, this little guy isn't much bigger than a squirrel and he's returning from a successful hunt." Hallinan's artwork was praised for its creativity and detail, but it also attracted some unwanted attention. Some people claim that Hallinan has stolen the idea from another artist named Pascal Blanche, who has posted a similar image of a blue mushroom creature in 2009. Blanche's image was titled Mushroom Forest, and it showed a blue creature with a mushroom cap on its head and a snail on its back. Blanche said that he was inspired by the movie Avatar and the game Spore, and that he had no connection to Hallinan or his work. However, some fans of Hallinan accused Blanche of lying and trying to take credit for Hallinan's work. They pointed out that Blanche's image was low quality and lacked originality, while Hallinan's image was high quality and had more details and personality. They also argued that Blanche's image was not widely known or popular before Hallinan's image went viral, and that Blanche was just trying to capitalize on Hallinan's fame. They started a campaign to expose Blanche as a fraud and to defend Hallinan's reputation. But what if I told you that both Hallinan and Blanche were lying? What if I told you that neither of them created the image of the Smurf Cat? What if I told you that the Smurf Cat was not a fictional creature, but a real one? And what if I told you that the Smurf Cat was not cute or harmless, but dangerous and deadly? That's right, folks. The dark truth about the Smurf Cat meme is that it is not an artistic invention, but an actual animal that lives in a remote forest in Russia. And it is not a friendly hunter-gatherer, but a vicious predator that feeds on humans. How do I know this? Well, because I have seen it with my eyes. You see, I'm an investigative journalist who specializes in uncovering the secrets of the internet. I have been following the Smurf Cat meme since it first appeared on TikTok, and I was intrigued by its origin and popularity. I decided to do some research on Hallinan and Blanche, and I discovered something shocking. Both Hallinan and Blanche had visited Russia in 2014, around the same time that they posted their image of the Smurf Cat. They had gone there as a part of an expedition organized by the mysterious company called Biotech Incorporated, which claimed to be conducting research on rare plants and animals in the Russian wilderness. They were accompanied by several other scientists, artists, journalists, and adventurers. However, none of them ever returned from the expedition. They all disappeared without a trace, and no one ever heard from them again. The only thing that was found was a camera that belonged to one of the journalists, which contained a video of the last moments of the expedition. I managed to get a copy of the video, and I was horrified by what I saw. The video showed the group walking through a dense forest when they suddenly encountered a swarm of blue creatures that looked like Smurf cats. The creatures attacked the group with ferocity, biting and clawing at them with their sharp teeth and claws. The group tried to fight back, but they were outnumbered and overpowered. The video ended with a close-up of one of the creatures, which looked directly into the camera and said in a distorted voice, "We live, we love, we lie." I realized then that the Smurf cat was not a harmless meme, but a deadly monster. And I also realized that Helena and Blanche had not created the image of the Smurf cat, but had stolen it from the video. They had somehow survived the attack and had escaped with the camera. They had then edited the video to remove the sound and the violence and had cropped the image to make it look like a piece of art. They had then posted it online, claiming it as their own work. But why would they do that? What was their motive? Well, I have a theory. I think that Helena and Blanche were working for Biotech Incorporated and that they were part of a secret experiment to create a new species of bioengineered animals. I think the Smurf cat was one of their creations and that they had released it into the wild to test its abilities and behavior. I think that they had planned to use the Smurf cat as a weapon or as a source of genetic material for further experiments. However, something went wrong. The Smurf cat turned out to be more intelligent and aggressive than they had expected, and it rebelled against its creators. It attacked them and their companions and tried to kill them all. Helena and Blanche managed to survive, but they knew that they could not reveal the truth about the Smurf cat. They knew that they would be exposed as criminals and murderers, and that they would face justice for their crimes. So, they decided to cover up their tracks. They decided to make the Smurf cat look like a harmless meme and to spread it across the internet. They hoped that by doing so, they would distract people from the reality of a Smurf cat and make them think that it was just a joke. They also hoped that by doing so, they would attract more people to visit Russia and to go into the forest where the Smurf cat lived. They hoped that by doing so, they would feed more victims to the Smurf cat and keep it satisfied. But they made a mistake. They underestimated me. I was not fooled by their lies. I was determined to find out the truth about the Smurf cat meme and to expose them for what they were. I decided to go to Russia myself and to find the forest where the Smurf cat lived. I wanted to see it with my own eyes and to confront it face to face. And that's what I did. I went to Russia in September 2023, armed with nothing but a camera and a knife. I tracked down the location of Biotech's expedition base camp, which was abandoned and covered in blood. I followed their trail into the forest, where I found signs of their struggle with the Smurf cat. I saw bones, clothes, equipment, and mushrooms scattered around. I also saw blue fur, snails, and sticks. I knew I was getting closer. I kept walking deeper into the forest until I reached a clearing where I saw something that made my blood run cold. I saw hundreds of Smurf cats. They were everywhere. They were on the ground, on the trees, on the mushrooms. They were of different sizes, shapes, colors and patterns. They were all staring at me with their glowing eyes, and they were all smiling. They knew I was there. They knew why I was there, and they knew what they were going to do to me. They started to move towards me, slowly, making soft noises that sounded like shailushai. They looked like they were playing with me, like they were enjoying my fear. But I was not afraid. I was angry. I was angry at Helena and Blanche for creating these monsters. I was angry at Biotech Incorporated for sponsoring their experiments. I was angry at TikTok for spreading their lies. And I was angry at myself for being so curious. But most of all, I was angry at...
Dobra,